There we are. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to an all new DTI Takeover Show. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is your host, Miss Kayla. Well, 1/3 of the DTI Takeover Show host. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing great. Besides the rain, still moving, still kicking and grooving, getting ready for this play we got coming up. So make sure y'all check that out, but I'll go into that later. Today we have a special guest. Y'all don't know what we've been through to get to this moment.
Right. Okay.
Only she knows what we've been through, but we are here. We're excited and we are going to enjoy the moment. So I'm not going to prolong this any longer. I have Miss Hadiya. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Hadiya K, owner of Kayy Droppin Gems.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
What's up? Okay, so my name is Hadiya Kay. I'm the owner of Kayy Droppin Gems. I am from Windsor, Connecticut. And so what I do is I do a lot of like womb healing with herbs and oils. I'm also an author and I'm just a creative. So I'm like a little bit of a lot of things and don't really have a full, title. It's just a big umbrella. But
Oh, that's a lot to tap into. Okay, so you said you're in Connecticut.
yes.
Okay, I've never been to Connecticut. Tell us something about Connecticut.
Okay, well right now Connecticut is raining. I would not
It's raining here too.
look, don't nobody don't come up here right now, okay? 'Cause it's been like maybe June and a little bit September. I like us in the fall. But I would say Connecticut, we like a real bustle state. We all hustle. We all got our own little creatives. We have a very big, wide field bunch of like rappers. Um,
Really?
yes, cooks. It's a lot of different things, but we not really on the map like that. We a small little state
Yeah,
and like that, but we got a lot of great talent in Connecticut. So
when I hear Connecticut, who shame on me, Kayla. But all I hear, I be thinking like it's not no people there. So when you so when you say
it's
that, I be like,
we got a lot of us out there. It's a
oh,
it's a lot of it's a mix, but we are a lot of I would say like well, where I'm from, Windsor, I would say Windsor, Hartford,
mhm,
Bloomfield. It's just a mixture. It's like a mixing pot. Like
okay.
right underneath New York's, but we got our own little swag to us. So yes, I definitely say we got a lot of talented people. Check out our music. Let me see. I don't know a lot of like artists like that, but I do know like we have a lot of like painters, just
Hmm.
like with like different shows and different like venues that we be having. There's
Hmm.
a lot of rappers, dancers, like choreographers for like the kids stuff. It's
Hmm.
like a lot of stuff. So
You,
yeah.
you gotta put us hip to it then, because I didn't know. I didn't
I
know.
plug you in. I gotta plug you in. When I get the ins and outs, I'm gonna definitely link you.
Yeah, please do. Thank you. Okay, now you said a handful. You said you are a womb healer.
hmm
What is that?
Okay, so a womb healer is a person, an individual who taps into one with their self. Like first, you have to kind of learn your own womb and who you are as a woman, because us as women, we are great feminine energy, like big on feminine energy, but we are feminine and masculine. With that, with us being feminine, we have to tap into our wombs. That's how we create, that's how we procreate anything, produce anything. When it comes to kids, all the way down to money, all the way down to just our desires, our needs, our wants. So a womb healer is basically a person who helps other women tap into their own divinity, either tapping into their creative abilities, like giving them that little spark, that little pick me up, that little empowerment, or it's a little bit, it could go a little bit deeper where they're releasing any type of sexual trauma, childhood trauma, releasing any type of baggage, um,
Mm.
work with energy work, with like affirmations, daily things. We do work, weekly work, monthly work, stuff like that, just so that they can release all that baggage. You know, as women, we kind of hold on to stuff. So
Mhm.
that's one thing. Another thing can be just when women, some women have a tendency to not be able to conceive. So I have
Mhm.
women be able to produce by cleansing out their uterine lining, depending on where they are in life.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just been blessing women and helping and healing with my abilities and just tapping and trying to stay focused, you know.
Interesting. What made you to decide I'm gonna be a womb healer? Like, when did you realize that everything started within the womb?
Okay. I would say I had a situation within myself where I didn't really, I would say I really like, I was so busy looking for validation outside of other people, right?
Mm. Mhm.
I was steady, just okay. What is this person gonna think? Trying to, people please, make other people happy,
Mhm.
and instead that kind of like dimmed my light a little bit. So within that, I kind of found my light by okay, let me just have boundaries with certain people. Let me not deal with certain type of energy, certain type of people because they bring this out of me. They take me out of my element, and
Mhm.
then it was like a spark. Like once I kind of realized, okay, it's a boundary thing, it's an energy thing, it's a people people knowing that you as a woman, you are emotional, you are sensitive, right? We are givers, natural born givers, but also taking advantage of that to the fact that some women, us being so sensitive, having big hearts, we may not decipher or may not understand fully like how powerful we are,
Mhm.
like how beautiful we are, how amazing we are.
Mhm.
So we may allow another person or another group of people to kind of like feed off of us, you
Yep.
know? And then that, when that spark hit me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I could do this. I just healed myself. I just healed my own womb with becoming whole within myself, with realizing, okay, you got this. You have all the power. Don't let nobody take it from you. You know what I'm saying? People
Mhm.
could say whatever, they could do whatever, but at the end of the day, you are the sole driver of your life, right? Like you are the person that dictates. You could change everybody. You could change everybody really by changing yourself.
Right.
So a lot of people will say like you can't change other people, but you can by your actions, by your choices.
Right.
You can also enlighten people, empower people by your actions, by your choices, and they looking at you. So I would say that would be my spark. Just with me, myself, my relationships, me not loving and learning, going through my headaches, my hiccups,
Mhm.
with people that really didn't value me or see me. And I'm like, you know what? Let me figure out a way on why I keep attracting these people. Why
Mhm.
into my life, why I keep having situations. What am I not learning? What am I not getting?
Mhm.
That takes a lot of like sitting down. I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of sitting down. It takes a lot of like writing, writing.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of writing. It takes a lot of like patience with it, you know? Because
Mhm.
in those moments, I feel like sometimes people think like healing yourself is gonna be like an automatic.
That takes time.
Dude, it does.
It's a process.
It is. It's
It's
like tears and happiness and
because I think one of the things is the hardest part is actually you being honest with yourself on what's going on. Like,
right.
okay, because I know for myself personally, it's things that I've purposely ignored, that I purposely suppressed, or things that I purposely don't acknowledge just for a simple fact that I feel some kind of way that it's true. That
Yeah.
doesn't stop it from being true though, whether I like it or not, or I don't, or it makes me feel some kind of way because of the person or the people that that has done this type of hurt to me. I still have to accept the truth for the truth.
Yeah, the reality.
Exactly, the reality of it.
I can't put glasses on it. I can't like turn a cheek. Like, or you know what, we can. And we have probably done that. I apologize to my younger self to do that plenty of times. We always do that. We make mistakes, right? But and when you grow and you learn and you evolve, it's like liberating for you to look back and see, like, okay, I did make those mistakes, but when that situation popped up again, this is how I handled it. Like this is how I responded. So
So what makes us keep responding the same way until I know we all get to a point where we finally like, all right, I done did this the
like I'm
same way, the same time, and done hit my head on the same wall.
mhm.
Why do we do that? Like, why third, fourth, fifth time are we still hitting our head on the same wall?
Well, I would say it. Okay, so let's just say when it come to love, right? When it come to love,
Mhm.
I feel like we hit our heads a lot because it's um it's the potential in people, and it's the
Yep.
expectation of what we want them to be, right? And
Mm,
then when they don't live up to what we want them to be or expect them to be, that's when we get upset.
mhm.
Because I feel like a lot of times with me, I know sometimes we see the red flags and like we just turn our heads, and then when something happens, we like, oh what
Yep,
did I do? Like why? Like what,
yep.
And then it would turn around full circle, and you'd be like, okay, see, if I would have did this, but then maybe if you would have did this, something else would have happened. And
Mhm,
maybe that's the reason why things happen in the chain that they do.
mhm.
But I definitely think that the reason why we bump our heads is a lot of times because we're expecting a different outcome. Sometimes we don't really want to see the truth. I know just with me,
Right.
sometimes I don't want to see or
Yep.
hear it, but I know
Yep.
like when I experience it, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it
Yep.
right. Got it. You show me again. We ain't even gotta talk about it. I am good. Okay, I got
Yep.
it. Got it. You ain't
I
gonna
got it. You ain't gotta tell me no more.
right. I'm good. I
You
learned
know
it.
what? And I
But
guess I could see that because, I've had a previous relationship, so much potential in this individual.
mhm,
I mean, and, I wish him the best of the best in life. Um, but just during the period of time that we were together, it was like he was just doing some dumb stuff. And I used to be like, dude, like you're you're so much bigger than this. Like you're better than this. I
mhm,
see that you're better than this. Why do you keep doing this? And at one point, I think he's even expressed to me like you got to understand the environment that I come from. And so
mhm,
you're a person like we basically are opposites. Our lives, how we were raised, our whole environments were complete
yeah,
opposites of each other. And so certain things that I would notice, he wouldn't even think of
mhm.
based off of what he's so used to. It was a whole nother way of thinking that I brought to him. And so he was just like, I don't know if it scared him or what, but we argued because he thought I didn't understand because I didn't go through exactly what he was going through. I'm like, no, I just
Went through it a different way. Y'all had
exactly.
it was like you would say the sky is blue, and he's like, yeah, but the sky is dark blue. Like I'm not saying
Yeah.
like it was like that. It was like pulling teeth. I feel it. I feel it.
Yes.
No, I think y'all. First off, y'all gonna communicate soon. Watch, mark my words. Y'all gonna communicate. Y'all gonna communicate again. But he's going to understand where you're coming from, as well as I think he's gonna be able to express the fact that you really scared him and growing up,
Yes.
like and facing things that he never wanted to really face or talk about or see. But when he got with you, it's like he had to face it, he had to talk about it, he had to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I didn't
but
want to give that pressure. This was years
yeah.
ago. So I didn't want you to feel pressure, but it was like, okay, you gotta see, like you I don't know how to explain it, but it was like you gotta see you gotta at least try to understand what I'm saying. Don't just be so
Wasn't
quick to
ready.
shut it off.
I think he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready, but you
Yep.
wasn't. A lot of times with us women, I am realizing we be ready. We
But
be ready
yep,
full throttle, but a
yep.
lot of times we have to also understand these men out here, they need to heal, like on a real full spectrum,
Absolutely.
like mommy daddy issues, abandonment issues,
Absolutely.
emotional issues,
Yep.
sexual childhood issues, all of that. Like they need to really heal that because a lot of men, and what I realized too, a lot of men that are very sensitive,
Mhm.
right, are very angry, like
Mhm.
are very like they have this persona, this demeanor about them, right? But
Mhm.
that's the type of man that a lot of us a lot of us women are attracted to is like the one that dress nice or has that demeanor that can like
Mm-hmm.
protect, empower. But we have to, as women, we have to also realize that sensitive men have to be talked to a different way. Because
Yes.
I'm also realizing as women, we have to learn communication, how
Yes.
we speak, like how we speak,
Mhm.
what we
Yeah.
say, and our tone. And that's just me,
Yep.
me being me from my personal. I know, like my mouth and just certain things could have been said differently.
Because people will receive it differently. Your delivery and presentation is everything, and
Yes.
how you say certain things, and that's going to determine how someone accepts it or not. You could tell sometimes it come off as an attack if you're so aggressive with it
Hmm.
instead of actually talking to understand that
Yeah.
person. Because on the flip side of it, moving on from that to a different relationship,
Mhm.
I'm the one that realizing that I got a lot of healing. Basically, he's
It's
me.
turned. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's the craziest thing ever, girl.
But you know what? It's gonna be liberating for you because you're not gonna feel. You know how with some people they may feel attacked. You real easy going, so it's not gonna be like an attack with you. It's gonna be more
Oh,
like
it felt like it. I'll be honest. At times, I was like, "You are coming at me, and I don't like it." Like
yeah.
I felt it, but then the
When
more
you when we get being
conversation.
defensive and we ask, okay,
Mhm,
like, is this person really coming at us or are they really trying to teach us something? And I think that's something as a woman, I think like a lot of us, I don't know if a lot of us have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
mhm,
when I talk to a lot of women, I feel like they're in the mindset of, oh, like a man has to do this or a man has to respond and react this way if I do or if I say this.
mhm,
I'm like, my views is kind of like, he should kind of be able to do what he wants and you should be able to do what you want and you guys should
mhm,
kind of balance each other out.
mhm,
It'd be kind of like a wave, not like a push and a pull.
mhm. I got you. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Okay, so moving along. You dropped that you were an author as well. So tell us about that.
Okay, so in 2018 I came with my first book, Shedding Skin. I will send you that link as well. And that is basically how I became spiritual, my spiritual awakening, what brought me into my spiritual awakening. It's a lot
Mhm.
of juicy stuff in there. I can't release and say all of it because it's gonna give
Ooh,
it away.
okay.
But definitely, it talks a lot about just me, my what I value, what I used to like, how I used to live, and what I used to do, as well as the situations. And I just take you through my trials on how I grow and really give you like another eye, another ear, like you sitting with me through
Mhm.
and where I went through and what I went through and how I overcame, how I persevered through certain obstacles and a way to be where I am. And now I am working on another book. It is not as spiritual. It's like an urban novel. So I'm working on two at the same time.
Mhm.
Book is almost done. It's called Money Make Me Come. It's an urban erotica. So
Oh.
that is about three girls who basically are trying to they all live different lives and they all have a goal of like trying to obtain a business or trying to um one girl has some type of family situation with her aunt and she needs to help her aunt with something. The other girl is more so like a goody goody too. She's like a silver spoon, she everything she wants she gets, she's spoiled.
Mhm.
Then a situation happens where all these three girls in the same apartment building, and they have to literally help each other every day with something, and they all have different, basically, uh, perspectives. One girl doesn't it has like social anxiety. She doesn't
Mhm.
like around people. Another girl is very defensive because her mother and her dad and her being in foster care, so she don't really know how to talk to people or how to communicate, but she's very bubbly. So they all bring out something in another. They also have little boyfriends that are into stuff and they get into stuff. So it's a lot of different things.
Sounds exciting.
Yes.
What's your inspiration for these books?
Um Honestly, life, like people. I scroll through Facebook, watch movies, I read books, like watch documentaries,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just zone out. Like sometimes I'll watch social media for a little bit, and then I'll zone out, go outside, and or go in my room, and then just zone out and just write characters or write what I want them to look like, how I want their personalities, and then I kind of just flow from there. Like, okay, what do I want to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Them to be like this. So yeah,
Whole creative
like a
vibe
whole.
you
It's like
got going on.
in my little creative bubble. Yeah.
So we have your books, um, your womb healer.
Mhm.
Now, do you also have products that you sell?
Oh yes, I do. I do. I do. Okay, so I have just new products that I'm just launching. It's like 5 new flavors, 5 new yoni steam blends.
Mm-hmm.
I will show you 2 of my best selling ones, and then I'll get into all the good stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
a bath soak. Oh, hold on, let me see. Let me get it in the camera.
Okay.
It's a bath soak with calendula, lavender.
What is calendula? What?
Calendula is for inflammation. It's also to release any like anxiety as well with the lavender. It's just to bring in a lot of like good zen, good juju. Calendula is also good for like any type of like if your skin is like too oily or too dry, it'll like just level everything out and allow it to just be like dewy.
Mm-hmm.
You can also make teas with calendula. You can make teas with lavender, but this is a bath soak, so you can't do it with
Wait,
that.
don't make no tea with that bath soap, y'all.
Oh no, no, don't.
Okay.
um, but yes. So I have my Baby Me blend yoni steam. Hold on, I'm trying to get in the camera.
Okay.
And this has cinnamon, rose. It has mugwort in it. I can't tell you all the other flavors because it's like a little, it's a brew I made, but it allows you, it basically releases any tension, any aggravations in your uterine lining, releases any cramps, restores any type of juiciness. If you like, a little dry down there, this
Mm-hmm.
restores that. So good for if you after pregnancy, it's good for when you are after your menstrual cycle. It's good for before sex. Um, then yeah, like I said, if you guys are trying to conceive, this is amazing for you because all you gotta do is just steam, and then you're all set, and boom, you have a baby.
She says it, boom, you got a baby. Now
Yeah.
listen, I didn't seen the chairs and stuff.
Hmm.
How do you steam like at home?
Oh, so yeah, you do have yoni steam chairs.
Mm-hmm.
I sold out of all of them, so I can't even show you, but I will send a picture.
Okay.
uh, But you could put the yoni steam seat in your toilet and sit on it, wrap yourself in
Um,
a blanket. I tell a lot of my clients to get incense, Palo Santo, get your candles, get your music, set that vibe because this is really for you to get closer to yourself, for
mhm.
you to kind of understand your womb. Like, just you'll hear her talk, and I know that may sound weird, but it's not. You're gonna
But it
hear
makes sense. Mm-hmm.
what you need to be eating more. Like, okay, don't do this after a certain time. Okay, maybe stop doing this. Okay, well, this is the reason why you feeling like this, and you're gonna really gain a relationship with her. So you can wrap yourself with a blanket, a towel, and sit for 30-45 minutes. If it's your first steam, I definitely tell people 30 minutes. Don't go overboard because you don't want to dry out your uterus and all that. You don't want to do that. Just do 30 minutes and you're good. If you don't have the yoni steam seat though, you can use a pot, like a vegetable pot. You can do like 2 ounces of water or half cup of water, and then boil that. Pour it in the pot. Sit it on the underneath the toilet seat. Sit on top of it and
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit more harder.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So I just tell people get the yoni steam seat, but
So
to
now, does the steam does it like pull toxins out of you? So like, will you see color or something in the water once you're done? Like, or
I mean, no, you shouldn't. You should not see. You shouldn't really see any color. Honestly, it's just the steam is going in your vagina, and then your body. It's like your body,
Okay.
mind is gonna feel like you're gonna feel more so tired. You're
Okay.
gonna feel more so like, okay, like I gotta take a rest. I gotta like really lay down.
Mhm.
Because taking everything out of you that's really not needed to kind of reset you.
Okay.
So you also like a lot of girls, they also see like their moon cycle change. Sometimes like before they started, it was in the beginning, but then
Mhm.
after they do the yoni steam, it'll be in the middle or the end, or vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So what else we got?
So yes, then I got yoni oils. Hold on. Yoni oils.
Okay.
So you can put this on your body as well as your yoni. And this is just to amplify your own self-love, your own love within self, as well as just make that partner like more like attracted to you, rubbing up on you, touching up on, like it's like a attraction type of oil. Um so yeah. Then I have my yoni soaps. I think I did these already, but I'm gonna have a different color soon since it's like the summertime. I'm gonna probably do some like yellows and
Mhm.
then I have my money oil. This is my best selling. Is
Is that money in the oil?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes, and that attracts money to you. It like amplifies your business. It just allows you to be really focused, business minded. Um,
So what do you do with it?
so with the money oil, you can um dress it on your candles, like tea light candles from the dollar store or from
Mhm.
like candles, 7-day candles from the spiritual store. You can get Walmart candles, Target, any type of candles, and dress them. Basically, putting little dots, um, dropping little dots. Don't really matter how many, and then you just light the candle and allow it to. Um, Bring in that energy, but your mind has to be on like, okay, I'm ready to make money, I'm ready to really be successful, I'm going to be abundant, I'm a money magnet. Like, you're going to have to
Mhm.
speak that into existence. You can also rub it on your hands, rub it on your forehead, your temples, and you can visualize as well, like sitting down and visualizing like the money coming to you, visualizing how it's going to feel when you have the money in your hands.
Mhm.
Sometimes already saying I have, that also attracts it faster, because I am is like the key words when it comes to like vibration and manifesting, attracting, law of attraction, trying
Got
to,
you. Mhm.
yeah.
I got you.
And then I got one more.
Okay.
I got my yoni wash. Everything is all new. I know you looking like, okay, everything is packaged. What is she? But yes, so this is my yoni wash. It's basically like it's like the yoni soap, but it's in a soap
Liquid form.
form, and same thing. It balances out your pH. No odor, cleanses your odor, allows you to be more wet. Rejuvenates your uterine lining. Um, Allows you to be more, just like have a pep in your step. Like a lot of girls that said that they used it. Some girls was like, okay, they was tired during their menstrual cycle, but on their menstrual cycle they used it and they wasn't like tired and bogged down. A
Mhm.
lot of girls that used like the soaps with the yoni steams or without it, like separately, they said like they really didn't have a lot of cramps when their menstrual cycle did come on.
Mhm.
Yes, I am doing what I need to do. That's all I'm
I
trying to just
mean, you got it. I was like, hey, you hitting everything. Sound like to me. Um. So, how can people purchase your products?
Yes, so you guys can follow me on Facebook, Hadiya the Healer. I'll give you all my links. As well, I have Twitter at Kayy Droppin Gems, KAYYDROPPINGEMS. That was a mouthful. And my YouTube, K Droppin Gems LLC. My website is on Shopify, and I'll also give you guys that link below so you guys can purchase.
Oh, yay! I'm excited. I'm excited for you. You have a lot.
Into you guys.
I know. I'm excited. I am happy for you. You have a lot going on. I wish you nothing but much more success to
Thank
you.
you.
I'm interested. I may maybe putting me in the order in.
Oh no, I'm gonna gift you.
Um.
I'm gonna get you something. I already got your box. When we was done, I was gonna already ask you. Look, you ain't know what I have. You ain't know. You don't even.
I appreciate it. I do. I do. Because I'm interested in trying this. So I'm going to give you a live review, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Review and let
I
people
got your
know.
little gift box. I can't wait. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I feel special now. Okay, but it was a pleasure speaking with you today, learning more about you, your journey, everything that you have to offer. Keep going. Keep,
Thank you.
keep
Thank you.
going and keep healing. Okay.
I appreciate
Uh,
it. Thank you.
you're welcome. Everybody else, until next time, this is your girl, Miss Kayla, signing off. Peace. Hello.